how to make glass so hard it can even scratch diamond, which is the hardest material. The next hardest is sapphire. This is what scientists discovered. Down to an atomic level, glass is a jumbled mess of atoms, which makes it easily prone to distortion and cracking, breaking. But now chemists have discovered how to arrange the atoms within the glass in such a way the resulting material can even rival the strength of diamonds. The team of material scientists from Yanshu University in China has discovered the critical proportion of crystallized and amorphous carbon needed to create a glass with remarkable properties that won't weaken under intense pressure. The mechanical properties of a material often come down to the way its building blocks link together. Diamond's notorious toughness is determined by the 4 bonds every single one of its carbon atoms makes with its neighbors. Though these bonds make for a solid bridge, they also don't leave any electrons spare to carry a current, effectively making diamond an insulator. Glassy solids don't have repeating patterns, at least on a general scale. Their overall structure is more or less what you get when a liquid's particles all drop in place once the temperature drops low enough. And depending on the constituent ingredients, though, glassy material can have a surprising degree of structure up close. Their disordered arrangement also allows for a wide range of optical and mechanical properties that makes them better suited for certain technologies. Glasses that are based on metals should combine the advantage of both lending a degree of strength that crystalline metals don't have, while still being conductive. Kindly support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. Determining what a glassy state of carbon might behave like is tricky to predict based on theory alone. So the Yanshen researchers experimented squishing spheres of carbon atoms called buckyballs under intense pressure of around 25 gigapascals, that's just under 250,000 atmospheres, and then baking the mesh that at temperatures between 1000 and 1200 degrees Celsius, that's about 1800 to 2200 degrees Fahrenheit, and subjecting the products dubbed AM1, 2, and 3 to a litany of tests. The chemists mapped the way the atoms bonded with one another, showing they all operated as a semiconductor on a level comparable with amorphous silicon. But it was the mechanical properties of the third resolution that truly stood out. Diamond is characteristically known as one of the hardest known substances. A common measure of hardness called the Vickers hardness test actually uses a diamond tip to indent material. The harder the material, the greater the force measured in gigapascals required to leave a sizable mark, a scratch. So scratching another diamond might require something between 60 and 100 gigapascals, depending on whether it's natural or made with care in a lab. The glassy material AM3 measured somewhere between 110 and 116 gigapascals on the Vickers hardness test, making it the hardest amorphous solid to date. So it's harder than diamonds. Running a slither of the substance along the flat surface of a natural diamond left a clear score line. It scratched a natural diamond. Producing enough of the material to use widely in commercial processes would be an expensive fork out in right now, and time enough might be made to serve as a replacement for silicon transistors used in high pressure environments. Given how experimental this glass development was, it's possible there are more to be found by squashing and cooking other carbon allotropes such as graphene at a range of pressures and temperatures. Material science is well into the carbon age of late, coming up with ingenious new ways to put mechanical and electrical properties of various arranged carbon atoms to work. So we'll see how AM3 is hard to say right now, but one day it might just become an electrical engineer's best friend. This was research published in National Science Review, and it's on Science Alert by Mike McCrae. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support.